Hello and welcome everyone to another edition of the Daily 8 on this fine Wednesday. Phil Penarski here with the top stories you need to know today, and I think we all know what our first story is going to be, so let's not waste any time and let's get straight into it. Storms blew through most of West Michigan yesterday, which led to slippery conditions and, more importantly, power outages across the area. Our very own David Horak joins us now with the latest on that.
More than half of Cedar Springs homeowners woke up without power this morning, but it's beyond that when it comes to the aftermath from yesterday afternoon storms. This right here is what our crew saw when they were driving through Alpine Township in Sparta. Now, you can see several trees and power lines down that caused most of those outages. Some even fell on homes, and thankfully nobody is hurt. Consumers Energy has at least 360 crews out and about restoring power as we speak. And if you or someone you know needs ice, there's going to be bags of it being handed out at the Cortland Township Hall near Rockford at 1 o'clock this afternoon. For now, we're in Cedar Springs. David Horak, News 8.
All right, thank you, David. And we also just heard from Consumers Energy just a moment ago saying that most, if not all, residents who experience a power outage should have their power turned back on by the end of the day tomorrow. And of course, you can keep up to date with all of the power outages going on across West Michigan right now inside our story on woodtv.com. And we also spent last night covering the Grand Rapids City Commission meeting where residents on the southeast side of the city expressed their displeasure with the city of Grand Rapids after a water main break caused damage to their neighborhood. It was back on June 13th when the break occurred that flooded the intersection of Adams Street and Philadelphia Avenue. The city said that it is not liable for the damages caused by that water main break. Residents in yesterday's meeting are asking for help, and we actually spoke with City Manager Mark Washington yesterday, who said that the city does want to help them, but they also want to work with them to ensure that it happens and both sides are happy with the outcome. And this next story is just flat out crazy. An Ann Arbor man was hit by a train Monday night and somehow survived. According to the Ann Arbor Fire Department, the 20-year-old man fell asleep on the tracks when a train traveling at a slow speed hit him. The train did stop relatively quickly, thankfully, and authorities were able to save the man's life. He was found stuck underneath one of the train cars and had their hands pinned down and entangled in the train itself. Thankfully, though, for him, the hand damage was the only injury he sustained in that incident. And we head to Comstock Park now for this next story, where a long-standing bait and tackle shop is looking for a buyer to help continue their business. For the past 56 years, Brenner's Sporting Goods on West River Drive has been a go-to spot for lots of fishermen in the area, but the owners Terry and Randy Brenner are looking to retire now after all this time, but they don't want the shop to close, so they are asking anyone with the desire to keep the business up and running to hopefully reach out to them, come forward and pay them to take it over. You can actually learn a little bit more about the history of the bait and tackle shop, as well as potentially find out a little bit more information on who might be buying it simply by checking out our story on woodtv.com. And coming sometime in the next few months, construction will begin for the new West Michigan Hispanic Chamber of Commerce headquarters. We're going to look at some of the renderings, and we spoke with the chamber themselves about the move. The new headquarters will be about 12,000 square feet and serve as the hub for Latino economic and talent development. Construction should start sometime in the fall, and will take about 10 to 12 months to be completed before it is up and running. And Kentwood is where we find this next story. Heroes Corner, a veteran-owned sober drop-in center, is asking the community for help to not only fix its roof, but also keep it open. The center provides resources for men and women who have served in the military and provides them with a sense of community as well. The roof has a lot of issues actually, and it might take about $80,000 to repair it. And if it's not fixed soon, the organization says that they could close its doors. They are asking and taking in donations now, and if you are interested in helping out, you can find all the information you need on woodtv.com.
Cooler temperatures today, but still holding on to that humidity, but the threat for severe weather will drop mostly south of Michigan, or that stationary front kind of hanging around our southern portion of the state. That's going to keep the abundant clouds around, also a chance of a shower or isolated thunderstorm. You can see temperatures today, instead of the 90s, we're going to peak in the 80s, and the wind is going to be out of a northerly direction. Still holding on that humidity, though, and at the lakeshore, Well, it looks like a low UV index today. Good to see those water temperatures in the lower 70s, waves 1 to 2 feet. Here's what we're tracking out there. Cooler overall, chance of an isolated shower or thunderstorm. More storms are possible on Friday after a nice Thursday. Then the weekend looks beautiful. Lots of sunshine. It's going to be comfortable, lower humidity levels. The only chance of rain, it looks to me, will be on Sunday with a cold front moving through, but notice the percentage, only about a 30% chance. It will be breezy, though. Cooler temperatures on the way for Monday, Labor Day, but lots of sunshine. That'll carry over to Tuesday and Wednesday of next week.
That was Storm Teammate meteorologist Matt Kirkwood with a look at your forecast. Thanks, Matt. And we have one more story for everyone today before we let you go. In just the past 4 months, John Ball Zoo has had quite the baby boom, welcoming 8 babies to its population. 3 penguins, 3 lynxes, a snow leopard, and an eastern mountain bongo have all been born at the zoo thanks to the zoo's breeding and conservation work being done there. The lynxes and the bongo can actually be found right now at the zoo if you head on out there. And the penguins and snow leopard are expected to be out in their enclosures for visitors to check out in the upcoming weeks. All right, always love ending a story on a cute story like that one. I want to thank everybody for tuning in to this latest edition of the Daily 8. We'll be back again tomorrow with 8 more stories that you need to know for your Thursday. I'm Phil Pinarski, and we hope everyone has a great rest of their day.